At the deepest level of consciousness, all human beings are united and share in one great, universal, divine mind. And of course, we share this conscious, spiritual connection with all other beings in creation too. From the time of our most ancient ancestors, human beings have been engaging in spiritual practices that enable us to access this deep level of union, and from it, source wisdom, creativity, and healing knowledge. One of the most ancient and universally practiced methods for doing this is Shamanic Journey. In this video, I'm going to be sharing angel messages on how you can use Shamanic Journey to shift your consciousness, including the first key steps you need to take to do so. Did you know that Shamanic Journey is one of the most ancient spiritual practices known to humankind? Evidence of it has been found on every major continent, including traces of its main spiritual practice, Shamanic Journey. Shamanic Journey is when a practitioner shifts into a trance-like state of consciousness, then projects their awareness into the spirit realm to explore the conscious space and substance that unites all of us, and from which we can access incredible wisdom and healing knowledge. You do not need plant medicines or any kind of psychoactive mood-altering substance to achieve this altered state of awareness. According to the angels, all of the spiritual medicine you'll ever need already resides within you. You just have to know how to activate it. So how did our global ancestors access the shamanic trance state? To understand this is to understand the first key step you need to take if you'd like to awaken this deep and spiritually revealing level of consciousness too. While traditions and ceremonies for inducing the shamanic trance state vary worldwide, anthropological evidence shows that the most common and universal way to access sacred trance was through the use of sound. Now, let's take a moment to think about the creative power of sound. According to the angels, all of consciousness is made up of light and vibration, or in other words, light and sound. This is the deepest substance or essence of consciousness. Music is pure vibration. To make music is to pull vibrations that are already flowing through the universe and thread them into the physical realm, either through your voice or a musical instrument, and then weave them into a vibrational pattern. When you think about it this way, music is one of the highest languages of the divine. And according to the angels, when a musician writes or creates music, they are intuitively speaking God's language and expressing the universal harmony that already exists as the encoding with all of creation. Music, like math, is like the exploration of the order of the universe, an incredible, precise, and infinitely creative order that already exists at the heart of everything. Now remember, one of the pure essential expressions of consciousness itself is vibration. The vibration that is your consciousness is wide open, connected, and streaming through the vibratory content of everything you experience in the universe. So, when you listen to a piece of music, your consciousness, whether you realize it or not, is instantly lifted and carried upon the vibrational waves of that music. Your consciousness is woven into a new pattern when it merges with music, and this can move us in ways that thought and spoken human language barely touch. According to the angels, the vibratory musical language of God expresses the truth. So when music unlocks new states of consciousness or emotion within you, it is unlocking truth within you. Our ancestors intuited this truth. One of our earliest musical instruments was the drum. In shamanic tradition, drumming was used to create a vibrational environment that altered one's brain waves and provided a conscious access point to the trance state. Studies have proven that rapid drumming at around 4 to 4.5 beats per second induces theta brain waves, which are associated with deep relaxation, sleep, and meditation. The shamanic trance feels something akin to a deep meditative state or a lucid dream. Once in this state, you're able to open up to the deepest layers of consciousness and travel into the spirit realm, which is another word in truth for the deep collective divine mind. You see, according to the angels, there are several layers or levels of consciousness. We have our conscious mind. This is where we do our everyday thinking in the waking world. We have our subconscious mind. This is where deeper information, including memories, deeper beliefs, dreams, and deeper emotional or psychological imprints rests. And then even deeper than that, we have the collective mind, which is again also known as the spirit world. So essentially, there is a border realm that lies within each and every one of us, a border realm wherein the deep subconscious mind blends into the collective mind and gives you your own personal doorway into the spirit world. Many of us travel there already during our sleep and our dreams without even knowing it. There, in the spirit realm, we have access to everything in creation. All that God is, we can touch, see, discover, and explore. So to learn how to enter this state of being while awake and aware is a powerful gift. Again, a great first step you can take to achieve this is to work with music, drumming, and sound waves that will help you to shift your consciousness. Then begin practicing meditation and presence within this state regularly so that you can hone your mind's ability to be awake and aware in this state. Now, once we're in the spirit world, we are all functioning according to the higher harmony encoded within this realm and are therefore guided towards exactly what we are most aligned with. Or in other words, we are guided to experience and learn exactly what we need most according to our current spiritual growth. As such, this is often where we are able to meet with spiritual guides, including our angels, loved ones, or ancestors in heaven, ascended master teachers, or plant, animal, and earth spirits. Once you set your intention regarding what you'd like to heal, learn, or achieve in the spirit realm, that intention or prayer is answered and honored according to, again, what you are most aligned with and what you most need once you enter the incredible deep tapestry of encoded harmony that rests always within the spirit realm. This work holds expansive and profound potential to help you awaken your spiritual gifts, hone your psychic awareness, and achieve healing, personal empowerment, and wise perspective. I was guided to learn Shamanic Journey 17 years ago, totally without planning it or seeking it out, because the universe knew it was time for me to wake up and get to my spiritual purpose. Now, I'm being guided to teach this sacred art to you. We happen to be in a really special energetic time for going deep into the psyche, accessing the spirit world, and awakening psychic gifts. The reason why is that every autumn and spring, Mother Earth's energy body goes through a natural shift, wherein the energies of death and birth accelerate, meaning that there is an increased passage of energy between the physical realm and spirit realm. This makes the veil between the physical realm and spirit realm thinner. One of the most sacred times for this thinning of the veil is around Samhain, also known as All Hallows Eve or Halloween. Not only is the veil especially thin in nature during the days and nights around this time, but also our planet currently happens to be bathing in some very intense cosmic energy shifts that are all working to guide us deep within, undergo karmic healing and purging, and prepare for a new chapter and stage of life, which we'll see budding in 2025. To help you directly tap into this special energy and prepare for these shifts yourself, I'm going to be opening up enrollment for my Shamanic Journey course. It all kicks off on Sunday, October 20th at 12 noon Eastern US time, when I'm going to be sharing with you live in my free Shamanic Mysteries Masterclass. If you want to join me for the masterclass, click the link in the description below and add your name to the list. Everyone on the list will not only get access to the masterclass, but also early access to enroll in my Shamanic Journey course, which will be taking place in the weeks after the masterclass, right at the peak of this powerful earthy surge of energy for psychic initiation. And even if you can't make it to the free masterclass live, I will be emailing you a special link where you can watch the recording for a whole week after the live airing. That way you won't miss a thing. During the masterclass, we're going to cover more on the ancient roots of shamanism, shamanic journeying, the spirit world, and the spirit of Mother Earth, who works with us lovingly and deeply when we practice shamanic journey. I'll also be sharing channeled angel messages on how our collective human consciousness and energy bodies are shifting or ascending into a new frequency state, and how these ancient spiritual practices can actually help and empower us through that. Since this class is going to include channeled angel messages, we're going to be very flexible on the time. That way we can allow for whatever the angels have planned and what they want to share with this group at this moment in time. That being said, you can most likely expect the class to go for about 1 hour to 90 minutes or so. I highly recommend bringing a journal or a notebook too, as often when we're letting the angels lead the discussion, they'll nudge personal messages for you into what is shared. So if anything jumps out at you during the class or pulls you up into an uplifted or heightened state of awareness, be sure to jot it down. That's typically a sign that the angels are speaking directly to you and helping to activate your spiritual growth. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to connecting with you during the special event, and how excited I am to work with a new group of students in my upcoming Shamanic Journey course over the next several weeks. Again, if you want to join, be sure to add your name to the list via the link below. Thank you so much for tuning into these angel messages. I hope you learned a little something about shamanic journeying to inspire you in taking the next steps so that you can start exploring the magnificent potential of your consciousness right now. It is my honor to be connected with you, and as always, know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!